and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today we are going to take you on a little behind the scenes journey of what we are doing to prepare for this fabulous new season that is rapidly approaching us of 2025. Of course, we are Creekside Nursery here in Dallas, North Carolina. We are a grower retailer, so what that means is that we grow the plants that we sell both online and here at the garden center. So what we're doing right now is we are gearing up for production, because before we know it, the first load of annuals is going to arrive here at Creekside from our friends at Pleasant View Gardens in New Hampshire. Of course, they're one of the homes of the Proven Winner annuals, and so the annuals will be coming that first round end of this month. We're already potting up perennials and having lots of fun seeing all those sweet babies arrive. So what we're going to do, Jerry is moving the conveyor right now. We're going to talk about that in a second, but he and I are going to kind of walk through and just show you what we're doing to prepare for this season. A lot of things happen that you will, if it weren't for these videos, you would never know about, but it makes us more efficient. It's going to make the online ordering system, your orders, much more accurate, all of those things that are so vitally important, but they're not like the fun and fancy kind of things. So what we are doing right now is we have everybody here with us, and we are moving the red, we just call it the red conveyor, it's real original, the red conveyor into the main production house. This is the conveyor that came with the potting machine. And when I tell you this thing is heavy, it is beyond heavy. It is one piece, I think it's 20 feet long, and it is just an absolute beast to move. We've actually been using it as a table in the Annex for the online store, so just kind of using it as a table up against a wall to prepare those orders. And so what we're doing is going to go back and use it as a conveyor belt here in production. So let me see, I'm probably going to put this down just for a second, help them move this in, and then I'll meet you back here in just a second. All right, my friends, so we got it in. Work smarter, not harder, and many hands make lighter work, as Meredith said. So what we do is on one end we have a little dolly. So we put the piece of plywood on top of the dolly, and then the two legs on here, so that way we don't have to pick up this end. It just rolls, and you just pick up the end that has the motor on it, which of course is the heavy end, and then just bring it in. So the idea is, you can see that the paint scheme matches here, is that we're going to take out these, that's what they're doing right now, taking out these conveyor belts that are very transportable, they're easy to move, they're very lightweight, they're made out of aluminum, super easy to move, it's not a problem. So taking those out, and then we're going to take the red conveyor and then slide it into its place. So this is how it was, designed to work, is that this end, of course, will butt up right here against where the potting machine is, and you can see that the width is a lot different. So this will give us a great working area as those plants come off the line. So that way we can plant on this conveyor belt, we can tag, we can do all sorts of things. And so you've got a wider surface to work. And then of course it's that 20 feet long, which is great. So this will stay, we're gonna push this in and move that there, so that the idea is of course that it comes down. And then what we'll do is bring these conveyors down, and it will actually go ahead and extend past this conveyor a little bit. We'll attach the arm, so as the plants come down, the trays come down, it'll hit right here, it'll hit that arm, it'll turn, and then it'll go out those conveyors that way. So this just gives us a whole lot longer run, because in like most industries, right, you use the equipment, not that we are replacing people, but we are using the machines to do the work that nobody wants to do. Nobody wants to have to be the one to carry the trays from the potting machine all the way to the other side of the greenhouse. That is not fun when you're talking about doing it hundreds and thousands of times. Oh, yeah, you get your steps in, but it is not a fun job. So we're using the conveyors to move the plants through the greenhouse, and then once they get to their location, you'll have people there that offload them and put them down onto the ground. So this is one of those little steps, is getting those production methods in, get them nice and fine-tuned, and just make it a whole lot easier once the production starts and gets going. We do have a ton, and I mean a ton, of perennials coming next week. This load will all be coming from our friends at Walter's Gardens, so these will all be those great proven winter perennials, and these are going to be, I think, I'm not sure on this order if it's all online or if it's online and retail. So what we've been doing in preparation for that is getting all of the barcodes on the pots. And so this is one of those things that we are implementing this year that we did not have last year. So these are the quart-sized containers. So if you order a perennial from Creekside Nursery online, you're going to get your perennial in a quart-sized container. So this is a true quart, and everybody, if it's an online item, it's going to have an orange barcode. So like this is the SKU number, then of course the barcode, the name, Summerific Lilac Crush, Hibiscus, Premium Quart, and then of course it comes from us, Creekside Nursery. So they are, you can see that this is the whole Lilac Crush right here. This is a section of that. Here we have Summer Song Firefinch. You've got drops of Jupiter, the oregano. So everybody is organized, and because as you saw, oh gosh, what, a couple of weeks ago when we were potting up some perennials, that is what we did, and had all of this laid out. And so once they get these conveyors, and then they're going to come back and keep working on these pots. Right now we're having to hand sticker the pots. There is a machine, a sticker machine, that will do this for you. It is a nifty little machine. It comes with a nifty little price tag, but I know that at some point we're going to get it, but we just don't have it right now. So that means everything has to be done by hand. So you can see what the end result. This is what we potted up the other week that we showed you, right? And you'll see that a lot of these are those black pots, meaning they're not the proven winners. They are maybe non-branded, or like we have the Terra Nova. We have a ton of Terra Nova plants. They're not required to be in a certain pot, so that's why they're in the black pot. But you can see everybody has, right, that orange barcode, and then they have these orange tags. The orange tags, that number, that is their SKU number, of course, right? And then it has their name. So we do this because come springtime, when we are fulfilling orders, we need to be the most efficient in how we can fulfill those orders. A lot of you were so phenomenal in supporting us last year in 2024 with our first resurgence of the online store, and you were very kind and gracious. Whenever you open up a brand new business, because this online store is a brand new arm of Creekside Nursery, you're going to learn a lot of things. You know that you don't know everything, and so you just have to jump in. You try to do your best, but you jump in, and as you go, you learn. And so that if you're not learning, then there's something wrong. And we learned a lot last year. And so part of that was orders obviously need to be accurate. I mean, I know that's like a duh kind of thing, but yeah, orders have to be accurate, and then efficient. How quickly can we pick the orders and get them out? Because you're ready for the plants are ready to go. We have got to get these babies picked, packaged, and out the door as fast as possible. So that's where these orange tags come in. when an order comes through and we're ready to pick it, we have a pick list, right? So basically it's your order and all the things that you ordered on there. So you're going to have, let's say you order some shrimps on the Barbie, right? So you got this pulmonaria, it is SKU number 120. On that pick list, it is going to tell the picker exactly where it is in the greenhouse. Don't know if you can see, but on each of the poles, there's a letter. So the picker is going to come to section 302, that's this section here, 302, and it's in B, right? So 302B. So they can come to 302B and they're looking for SKU 120. Boom, it's right there. So you can see it's really easy to see what the numbers are. They can get it. They look on their pick list. They need 3 of them, whatever it is that you ordered, they grab them and then they're on to the next thing. So the efficiency is really big. And we also have that for all of the plants. So we have it for the shrubs. You can see the shrubs have the same thing. And then the annuals. We're going to show you, Jerry's going to join me here in just a second. We're going to go up to the annex and show you what we were doing this past several days working on the annuals. So putting those systems into place. So what we're going to do, or what they're going to work on now maybe, is go ahead and, I'm not sure if they're going to go ahead and get it set up now, but get these conveyors and get this set up. So basically for right now, because we're going to be doing perennials next, they're coming next week, so they're going to come in and that conveyor belt is going to come here, and then we'll have enough that we can shoot it down, and then because when annuals come in, then they're going to fill in all of the other areas. All right, my friends, so Sweet Thing joined me. We're up here in greenhouse number 1, and we have got the pots over here. So these are the pots for the initial order of annuals that are coming in, and every pot has been barcoded. So this is the Super Bells Black Currant Punch, and you will see that they are divided out. They've got little post-it notes on them, like this is 4140, that means that is the SKU number. So they're organized by, in the boxes, by like the 4000s, you know, those kind of same numbers, so that way when we are ready to pot up Black Currant Punch, we can come and we can easily find it. So that's what all of that goes for, because it doesn't make sense. We just don't have the storage space to go ahead and take these and put them in trays. This is a much more compact way to go ahead and get these organized. So I think it was what, 61,000?
No, it was less than that.
Less than that? Do you know?
20-something thousand maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 20,000.
Yeah, it's just the initial mail or the, you know, the online stores
right
now.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's just the initial, that first wave coming through, got them all stickered, trying to, you know, because it is January, you know, and we're not like in high production mode, so we've got time to go ahead and do this. So we're getting it done. So all of these are done, waiting on that first order of annuals that's going to arrive here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Super Tunia honey go out in the last little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the orders?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is a big difference maker for us in compared to last year. You know, I think I've mentioned this before in a couple of videos before, as far as the barcode goes. The barcode for us means a lot as far as tracking inventory, and then the most crucial part is getting it out the door fast, and it's being scanned to verify to your order.
Right.
You know, when it goes out the door.
Because that goes with the order accuracy. I didn't talk about that. But so we talked about picking them, right? So when we go and we pick your plants, and then once your order is all picked and it's all together, then it's in the annex. We're going to go in there in just a minute. And it goes through. So we have what we call scan to verify. So your order will go through, and every plant, every product gets scanned, their barcode gets scanned, and there's a computer system that has your order right there. So if you got 3 Super Tunia honeys, we'll scan each pot, and so it'll deduct plants from your order. Once everything's been scanned, then it'll go ba-ding, it's this lovely little sound, and that means that that order has been picked, it is accurate, and it is ready to go ahead and be put in the box and out the door.
Yeah, the UPS label will not print.
Yes.
Unless it has been verified.
Correct.
Now a human still can go in there and override and manually verify something and you know, make a minor mistake. I mean, mistakes will happen.
Right.
But this is
greatly reduced,
and also as far as picking makes it like so much faster. We used it all fall in a different way. It didn't have the barcodes on it, but we had it organized by SKU number in the greenhouse where they were picking orders. So it was much faster, which then gets the product out faster.
Yep.
So we can do hundreds of orders a day and get them out the door, fill up the UPS truck, and off they come to your house in a timely fashion.
That is right. All right, so you've got some work to do today in here.
Yeah, well, I've been working. I started yesterday just kind of trying to map it out. We installed right before Signature Experience last year. We went ahead and redid poly on this house and the house next door. So about every 4 years or so, you need to change out your poly to allow for better light back into the greenhouse. It's not necessarily that the poly was all ripped up and coming apart. I mean, it probably could stay there another 4 years, but it starts to get cloudy, and when your plants can then start to grow, you know, leggy. So these are the things that we're doing and spending money on to ensure that the plants are beautiful when they leave here. And the other one is this fan right here. We went ahead and installed this. The original design was everything's ventilated either through the front doors or through these curtains. And this house at the time was a manual curtain, so now it's an automated curtain, just like the house next door. This fan here will act as extra ventilation, sucking out the hot air that tends to get trapped in this one. I mean, it gets probably about the 6 to 7 foot level. It just holds the heat.
It gets hot in here.
No matter, because if these curtains are even open, you know, 3 or 4 feet tall, it just doesn't seem to pull it out of these houses, which is good for the winter when you're in here growing because it holds the heat better than like in the big one. But anyway, we have a shutter on the back end down there, so it'll pull air in from the back and pull it through, and out she goes. So down there, I'm working on the smarts of all that, which controls, it's like 2 different thermostats on this one that are controlling those.
So Jerry can set the temperature that he wants the greenhouse to be at, and it depends on the time of year what we set the temperature at. But when the thermostat kicks on, this shutter will open and that fan kicks on at the same time, and it sucks the air. So it pulls that air, the hot air out, blows it out, and then brings in some nice cool air. This box right here, that is the heater. So obviously you don't want the heater on the same time that you have the exhaust fans on.
Right. So yeah, the climate boss on this one. On the other 2 greenhouses, the climate boss is controlling all of it, and I think it was just because the way we have built this out over the last couple of years, this climate boss is only set up to control the curtains on the left and the right of the house and my heater, which is I just have 1 heater. I guess I just give you 2 for the fun of games or whatever. So, but the fan is going to be controlled by a separate 2-stage thermostat. And then I'll do away with this thermostat. This is what was in here for the heater. So this wire would get plugged into here and control all that. So all those are in the same. And then this one will control the, you know, your extra heat exhaust and pull out. And it'll just be set for a different temperature than what's on the climate boss. And that just takes some configuring to do. And
then this is the curtains?
Yeah, that's the vent boss, which controls your curtains. So you have your open, off, close. It's most times will be set on auto. So the thermostat here, what you see in there is open, close, open, close. It will tell it to open the curtain and close the curtain. And that's just everything that
That's the brains.
Yeah, the brains. And this is where it's like a little simple thermostat wire. It gets plugged in up here, and that's where you see, you know, your close and open, close and open. It's pretty easy.
Pretty easy, and it works.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you're doing it to this one?
This one, and the only thing I got to do over there is do the thermostat and the wire to the fans and shutters.
Yeah, because we did that with the other one too. We installed the fans and the shutters and the other one. It already had the automatic sides on it. And then moving on into the Annex.
Yeah, it's probably a little, I don't know if they've cleaned up in here.
Well, they had.
Yeah.
But then when we moved, so the red conveyor, I told you we were using it as a table. It was right here. So that's where it was. And then we're going to get more conveyors.
Yeah, we're gonna get more of these regular conveyors here.
Yeah, they're like rollers. They're not automatic. It's just that the rollers, they just roll. So it's a super easy glide, and so we can put the trays on these, we can put crates, whatever it is that you want, and then it just, when you're ready for it, you can just take it and you can just, you know, push everything. It makes it super simple, really smooth, and then out they go. I think there's something stuck down there. So we'll get some more of these and then go ahead and put them here.
Yeah, that's the plan. We got to bolt down this air line here. This is what controls the little staple gun. Yeah, some of you, if you get the shrubs or whatnot, you know, the plastic bag is around the shrub. It's holding in the soil. Some of the early crop of annuals that go out, like Blue Mamine and Volvulus, that kind of thing, it won't just be like tons of foliage. It won't be able to hold, like a petunia. A petunia can hold soil in and it doesn't need a plastic bag. So we use this to cinch a plastic bag around your pot, which is simply a bag like this right here.
It's like a little bread bag, like a little food storage bag.
So it kind of just helps hold the shrubs are really rooted well, but they're also open, and sometimes they tend to throw. So it's not that it's going to hurt them. It's just that sometimes the customer could open a box and see soil, and you know, and just panic a little bit. But there's no need to. You just go and plant your shrub. But it does kind of keep things neat. It is a necessity on some of the early crops of annuals that are, you know,
keeps everybody contained.
Keeps them contained in the box.
Yes.
So yeah, this kind of all happens in this area where this conveyor was, and it comes in, and behind where Jenny's standing now, there'll be racks and racks of plants that are already sorted by the order. So then they just, hopefully by this point this year, when they get to here, they're ready just to get their bag, go on down and come through the verification process, which happens, somebody will have their iPad and their scanner hitting the barcodes, beep, 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 and off they go.
Off they go. So what you did with the, you were doing this around the holidays is the blue lines that you can see on the wall, that's the compressed air. Yes,
compressed air. Went ahead and brought it in here. It was just that we had it and we had the air set up last spring. We just dropped a cable in here, I mean a cord or whatever, a hose pipe for that one. So we wanted to have two different outlets. We got one here and one down there for the stapler. And then of course this stuff is really simple to use. Rapidair.com is where I got a lot of this stuff. You can set your own garage up, guys. You know, they have garage kits and get your air compressor. It's aluminum piping. It's got some sort of poly on the inside and a coating on the outside. This is the Max line, I think. And you can, you know, leave it on the outside like I've done here. I'm also going to bury a line going from the compressor all the way down to the big greenhouse for my blowers on my potting machine. So you can direct bury this. You do not have to put it in conduit.
Yay.
You just got to go down far enough to make sure it's not going to get, you know,
squished.
If you get traffic or something like that. So when I trench down through there, I'm going to go down a couple feet. So it's really down deep and it's not going to get damaged by trucks or compact or anything like that coming through. So you can just throw it straight in the ground and off you go.
And then this little beauty right here is the reason we had to have an air line here. This is the tape machine. So it's, y'all, like I said, the little tiny little steps to cut out that work that is tedious, that nobody really likes, and you can use a machine. That's what we do. So this would be like the last stage, right? So your UPS label gets printed right here. The box comes through here. Now the box at this point has 0 tape on it. It is not taped at all. This is the tape machine. So it just slides through the conveyor. When it's on, right, so you slide the box. When the box hits this plate, it kind of activates the machine, and so you can put any size box in here. You know, obviously it's got to fit, but both of these sides will come together, and then the top comes down. So it holds it in there, so it will put the tape on the bottom of the box, and then it puts the tape on the top of the box. So you just send it through, and it just and it goes through, and it tapes it all up, and out it goes. Because one may not think that taping a box can be all that difficult, but it is time consuming. It's time consuming. It's not difficult. It's just time consuming.
By hand, or to do it by a machine that squirts out a length of tape, and then you take the tape and put it on top.
I hate that thing.
You know, yeah, and that's very time consuming.
It's very time consuming and tedious. So this, Jackson particularly likes this machine. So he loves sending it through. And then of course, once they come off, they're taped, and then they go over here. And so this is where, here at this door is where UPS comes and picks up. So we've got a couple of orders going out today. They're in the box, but they're not actually, we're not shipping plants right now.
Yeah, they're not live plants. It's probably some sort of stone.
It could be unique stone. It could be, is it heavy?
Oh, that's land and sea.
Oh, land and sea. There you go.
So the other thing it does is it's very accurate with its tape. You know, the machine is always going to use the same amount of tape. So you save on tape overall. So it makes it a good situation for us, makes us stick on time so we can get the orders out fast.
Yeah. Do we want to go look at the air compressor?
Okay.
Because I think people would.
Yeah, so we came through the wall, whipped up through here, you know, it's all the way back here. Even though, you know, I didn't put it inside, it's out here because the sound when it kicks on, it doesn't disturb anybody, but it's not really that loud.
No, you would think if you have we always call them the little pancake air compressors, the little short, little squatty red ones, or I guess whatever color. So stinking loud. And you would think, you know, oh my gosh, well look at this air compressor. This thing has got to be really loud.
So this
and it's not. It's actually quite quiet.
Yeah, this is the tubing, and then this is the little device that you can get with the kit. So you can barely see the aluminum, and then it has this poly, and then this other coating, this protective coating on the outside to protect the aluminum from corrosion.
Yeah.
But you get this tool with, I would recommend buying the kit to do your garage, and you can just cut it just
like a pipe cutter.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Yep. Yeah. So then that's the air compressor that feeds everything.
Air compressor, and then you've got your regulator. This regulator here is regulating the air into the annex where we just were. This one's we're going to run a line out and around, going all the way down to the greenhouse down here, and this will be for the potty machine.
Gotcha. Yeah. And so what are we going to do with the compressed lines for the potty machine?
That's going to help us blow off that excess soil that was on the tray.
Yes. So again, trying to be efficient.
Yeah.
So when the tray comes off the line out of the potty machine, there's always soil that's always kind of stuck on the side of the tray. So we'll have little air nozzles that are concentrated right there on the edge, and so it'll poof the potting soil off, and so the tray is nice and clean.
Yeah, so if ladies, you do show this to your husband if he needs compressed air in his garage, you got to make sure you get the kit. Don't let him skimp on not getting the kit. This makes it easy. And then this little guy, you have to kind of route out, you know, that line before you put the fitting on it, you know, and then you take it out. It's a little cold this morning.
It's quite cold this morning.
Yeah. So that way I don't have a 3/4. Oh yeah. So then this buy all these little stainless steel fittings, clamps, the O-rings. So this would just go in there. Of course, this goes on first. I'm not going to cinch it on.
No.
That goes in. It just goes together and screws, and then cinches all that down on top of that fitting there.
Very cool.
So then you would screw this into whatever. If it was, this is an outlet box here, so you can come through the top or through the back of the wall if you had it inside the wall. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Very nice.
Yep.
All right. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think we've kind of hit all the behind the scenes situations that are going on here at Creekside. So just like I said, a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that to make us more efficient and accurate and more fun place to work.
Yeah, we have, we have the correct system. We have an inventory system in between Shopify and our ship station, which controls all of our UPS labels and all that jazz. But we have an inventory system in there that keeps track of all this. That is, it's taken a little bit of time since the fall to get it set up to do it the way we want it to run, which is making us really accurate. And then we have hired more help, so that will speed up the entire process.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're super excited. We're adding more people to the Creekside family. We're going to have more workers. We do need. I'm just going to go ahead and we didn't even talk about this. We do need some help at the garden center. So if you're local and you want to work at Creekside Nursery in sales. Jerry's like looking at me like I'm crazy. But yeah, so we need some more sales associates down at the garden center. So if you are local and you can work.
Yeah, like a Wednesday through Saturday type person
Yep.
would be really good for that.
Yep, absolutely. So
Personable, you're not scared to talk to people. You don't have to know everything about plants.
No, we can teach you about plants.
Get out there and talk.
Yeah, you just gotta have that great personality where you can go and talk to people and yeah, and absolutely. So you can shoot a comment in down below, and I can point you in the right direction. But yeah, so we're growing by leaps and bounds so that we can serve you.
That Cleome Blanca is already sold out. So
Yep.
I've gotten some more on order, and
Yep.
so we can get them in here. So the plants are moving very quickly.
Yep.
Even faster than last year. So I hope that continues. So we just hope that everybody jumps in and helps us out there.
Absolutely. All right, my friends, we'll see y'all in the next video. As always, we appreciate you. Bye, friends.